What is going on, YouTube? It's your favorite YouTuber, me and my kicks, and these are my top 10 sneaker steals slash pickups of 2025, man. Coming up. Coming in at number 10 are these Timberlands. Now, you know, these look like regular Timberlands from afar, but if you zoom in on them, they have like these like little cuts on there. And those cuts really make them interesting, in my opinion. I don't really buy Timberlands like that. I got a few in my collection, but like it gotta like have some type of like special oomph to make me buy them. And I definitely like the little slits that they threw on these shoes. Also, they got the little gold Timberland tree. That's a nice touch. You know, these retail for $220. Then these went down on sale to like $170. And you know, I was gonna like use some of my study money to buy them, but my fiance ended up buying these for Christmas for me. So thank you, fiance. I really appreciate it. So I ended up getting these shoes for absolutely nothing. So since I got them for absolutely nothing, I got to throw them in my biggest steal list. So coming in at number 10 is these Timberlands. Coming in at number 9 is the Air Jordan Retro 11 Houstons. And it's crazy how the game is nowadays, man. Like 5-6 years ago, well, before COVID, probably during COVID, these would have sold out so crazy, and resale would have been super high on these shoes. Now they are sitting. These came out, these dropped at my local Foot Locker. I had some study money chilling, so I think these retail for like $225. I was able to get these for like $100, $125. Like I had like a $150 gift card that I used. So after tax, I got these for like $100. So, you know, I'm so glad that I was able to get these for way under retail. In my size, I don't think the resale will go too crazy because like all these sat in all sizes, but like I could definitely see the smaller sizes going for like $150, $140 later on down the line, because they still sit in the stores now, so they're going to go on sale and you're going to see the sale tag on them and blah blah blah. But you know, the fact that I was able to get these, you know, I wear 11 and a half in these for under retail because they sat, is definitely a great setup. I might honestly, I think putting maybe like some Carolina blue laces in here will make them pop better. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about it, but overall, I'm glad I was able to get these for way under retail. So coming in at number 9 is the Air Jordan Retro 11 Houston edition. Coming in at number 8 is the Air Jordan Retro 4 A Ma Manières. When I saw this colorway, I was like, ooh, this is a nice like light maroon / light purplish color, and I had to get them, man. When these came out on the sneakers website, you know, these sat like ducks, so I was able to get the swoosh hoop on these. So I paid like $140, $150 because retail was like $225 on these. And you know, over time I've seen these at my local Nike outlet for like $150, $140. So I'm sure people could have gotten this for even a lower price than what I paid for, $150. But you know, once again, I didn't want to go through any hassle. I just, you know, got them with the swoosh hoop and got them for like $140, $150. So this is definitely a clean shoe, definitely a nice summery shoe to wear. So I'm glad I got these in my collection. So coming in at number 8 is these Air Jordan Retro 4 A Ma Manières. Coming in at number 6 is the Nike Kobe 6 LA Dodgers Retro. These, I want to say these were samples when these first came out, but then they retroed them since, you know, it was Kobe shoe. But these is definitely a clean shoe. I believe my fiance got me these for either our anniversary or my birthday, one of the two. So I didn't pay anything for these. So since I didn't pay for anything for these, I had to throw these in the top 10. Thank you, fiance. I really appreciate it. But overall, definitely a clean shoe. You know, not much needs to be explained. Definitely a clean shoe. And I had to throw these in the top 10. So coming in at number 6 is the Nike Kobe 6 LA Dodgers edition. I'm pretty sure these came out around my birthday. You know, I'm just trying to think of dates in my head. But coming in at number 6 is the Nike Air Force One Kobe Bryant edition. These came out way back in the day, like when they was doing the Air Force One 25th anniversary. They had these shoes in the different colorways. They had a Rasheed Wallace version, they had a Kobe version, and I always wanted this Kobe version. But at the time when these came out back in those days, like the player editions was like $200, $220, and like retros was like $160, $180. So like they was taxing when it came to the prices on these, but they retroed these, and these came in at a lower price than I want to say the old shoe came out back in the day, which is crazy. And these somewhat sat, like I ain't gonna say sit, but like if you just tried for them on Nike sneakers, you could have got them. And my girl got them, and she paid for them for me for my birthday. So I'm definitely glad that I was able to get these in the collection. I'm a sucker for shoes that got like all tan in them, and then they got a slight hit of another color. I remember since these was too expensive, they dropped a Nike Air Force One that was like a tan white with the baby blue. I put a picture of it to the side of me so you can see what I'm talking about. Those was like the poor man's Kobe's, and I ended up getting those, and I rocked those for a few years actually before I ended up getting them out of my collection. But anyways, coming in at number 6, these Nike Air Force One Kobe Bryant edition. Coming in at number 5 is these Nike Air Up-Tempo Photo Blues. These was clean, man. Had to get these. I like this model, and they usually, like every 5-6 years, they drop the same colorways: the Bulls colorway, the Lakers colorway, and maybe one more. But this year they was retro on a lot of the colorways that I really liked. So I like this photo blue colorway of it. I didn't want to pay retail. I waited, and I was able to get these for like $100. Like it was a Sneaker Room. They had them for like under retail for $100. So I was able to cop them. And this is definitely a clean shoe. Glad I was able to get this still at 2026. So coming in at number 5 is the Nike Air Up-Tempo Photo Blues. Coming in at number 4 is the Air Jordan Retro 11 Year of the Snakes. People snoozed on this shoe. He got that all leather upper, which I love on 11s. I don't like suede on them because they get too dirty, or the mesh. Then you got this like iridescent snakeskin-ish type look on the shoe with that milky outsole. Overall, man, these was pretty clean. These sat. I was able to get these for under retail. I think I paid like $110 on these. So I got them with the swoosh shoe. So definitely a clean shoe. Glad I was able to get them for way under retail. So coming in at number 4 is the Air Jordan Retro 11 Low Year of the Snakes. Coming in at number 3 is the KD 18 Aunt Pearls clean shoe. I wasn't the biggest fan of the silhouette of the 18s, but there was a few colorways that I liked, and I'm a sucker for the Aunt Pearls, and these sat like ducks. So I was able to just use my study money and get these for way under retail. These will probably go on sale, and if I would have waited, I could have got these for way even more under retail than I got them for. I think I paid like $190 for these with my study money. And if you just are patient and you have a smaller size foot, you can definitely get these way under retail. But these are still a clean shoe, and I was able to get these for under retail. So coming in at number 3 is the Nike KD 18 Aunt Pearls. Coming in at number 2 is the Air Jordan Retro 9 Powder Blues. When these came out, people snoozed on them, and I was able to get mine for under retail with the swoosh. So I paid like $140, $150 for these, and these was $210. I'm glad people snoozed on these. I always wanted these shoes. Ever since I seen the Fusion version of these, when they made that Fusion Air Jordan 9 Photo Blues with the Air Force One, I was like, man, that's a cold shoe. And then that made me do my research and find out that they had these actual shoes drop as a 9. So I was like, oh man, that's cold. That's interesting. So I'm glad that I was able to get these for way under retail. And I'm glad these in the collection, man. So coming in at number 2 is the Air Jordan Retro 9 Powder Blues. Coming in as my number 1 steal/sneaker pickup of 2025 is the Nike Air Diamond Turf Must Be the Money edition. I don't know why people snoozed on these, man. You got that milky / light tan upper, then you got the hits of baby blue on there with the gold. Like, I don't know why people snoozed on these, man. Like, I was gonna buy these retail day one, but I figured they was gonna snooze because it's a Dion. So I just waited and I was able to get these for like $90-$80 on Sneaker Room in my size. But these are a clean shoe, man. Like, I don't know why people snooze on these. And these got, you can still get these now. Like, these are still sitting in stores. If you have a smaller foot, you can probably get them for probably $60-$70 if you just wait a long time, and you're gonna see them in stores for the low. But overall, man, this is a clean shoe, and I'm surprised that these didn't get as much hype as I thought they would have. So coming in as my number 1 top sneaker steal of 2025 is these Nike Air Diamond Turf Must Be the Money Deion Sanders shoes. All right, guys, that is my top 10 sneaker steals of 2025. What did you guys think? Also, what is your top 3, top 5, top 1 sneaker steals of 2025? Comment that down below, and we can chop it up in the comment section. Also, if you want to rearrange my list to what you think is number 1 and what should be number 10, Comment that down below and we can chop it up once again. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up button. It really goes a long way. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel, what are you doing, man? Hit that subscribe button. Takes nothing but a couple seconds and you'll be notified of when I drop future videos. And lastly, peace.